This is our look ahead to next week's key political and financial events. After a week of bullish rhetoric and bumper bond sales, can the feel-good factor in Eurozone markets carry on into next week? German GDP numbers for the whole of 2012 likely to give us the biggest clue, and Berlin is already warning that it expects fresh contraction in Q4. Economists polled by Reuters see it that way too, and we'll get these figures on Tuesday. Also next week, keep an eye out for Eurozone industrial production on Monday. Output seen creeping back into positive territory in November, and we'll also get CPI and retail sales numbers from the UK. Sales seen broadly flat on the month, while inflation is forecast to edge higher. That's unlikely to help the Bank of England in its decision on whether to extend stimulus measures in the coming months. Bond auctions from Ireland, Spain and Italy this week lifted spirits in the Eurozone, and there are plenty more tests in the days to come. Spain, France and Germany all due to come to the market. Some analysts expecting bund yields to head higher after yesterday's upbeat tone from the ECB sapped safe haven demand for German debt. Meanwhile, Spain's falling bond yields are fueling speculation that Madrid won't have to ask for a bailout. But S&P's head of European sovereign analysis, Moritz Kramer, says it's too early to rule that out.
If we had a few months ago and Spain was paying sort of 7% for its bonds and they didn't apply for a program with the Troika, I think it's less likely that they would do it now, that the yield is around 5%. But if they did, so if the sort of risk aversion were to come back with a vengeance, and if Spain were to actually request a program, we would expect it to be granted, and we would not expect that this is a negative factor for the rating of the kingdom.
There could be a new name at the top table of Eurozone finance ministers next week. Eurogroup's first summit due to take place a week on Monday, which means we should find out next week who will replace Jean-Claude Juncker as president. Frontrunner is Dutch Finance Minister Jeroen Dijsselbloem. He's only been in his current job a few months, but is reported to have cross-party support from several member states. On the corporate front, watch out for more clues to the health of the European consumer. Trading updates due from major retailers including Metro and Carrefour. The week's big earnings come out of the US though, where the big banks are set to report. That's our look ahead to next week. I'm Jamie McGeever. This is Reuters.